The moment you said I did it my way, the one thing I thought about was that Limp Bizkit song and WrestleMania. I believe that was 18, I think.
My way or the highway.
My way, yeah. My way or the highway.
Yeah, this time I'ma let it all come out. This time I'ma stand up and shout. I'ma do things my way. It's my way or the highway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Akasan, and attention to all the Red Dreaded Nation and Magnusites out there. We are on a great celebration today. Today we are celebrating not just something that is great for YouTube, but is great for the fans of reaction channels, fans of just really good content. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyrone Magnus has achieved 1 million subscribers. Joining me today is the man, the myth, the legend himself. Tyrone Magnus, how are you?
I am good.
I feel
as usual, Akasan.
I feel like
how are you?
I'm fine, thank you for asking. I feel like you should have just walked in, done your damn thing, like, okay. But here we go, an unrestricted, uncensored, maybe edited interview here. Wow. So first and foremost, 1 million subscribers. It's been about a week now. How does it feel for you?
It feels good. It's you know, it's another accomplishment, and you know, now that milestone is set, it's time to go to the next one. Has anything changed for you? Do you feel that there's been any sort of difference? I mean, for the most part, things feel the same, but I think we all know. I mean, if you've ever achieved anything big in your life, you know, it means something to you. You know, it's been coming for a while, and I want to. If there's one word that could describe this experience and how I feel, it's satisfaction.
Yeah, like you achieved.
That's how I feel right now.
You achieved the goal, basically.
Yes, I'm pleased that I was able to do it. You know, my way. No one else's, and I didn't. If you watch me, you know I told you I don't care how long it takes,
right,
as long as I do it, you know. And it's testing myself, you know. I know there may be faster ways,
right,
there's slower ways, there's other ways, but did my way work? And it did. So I feel satisfied. I feel accomplished. Goal achieved, and I'm ready for the next.
Would you say?
You know what I mean?
Would you say this is your WrestleMania moment in some form or fashion? The boyhood dream has become a reality.
I want you to grab that brass ring.
Exactly. And the moment you said I did it my way, the one thing I thought about was that Limp Bizkit song and WrestleMania. I believe that was 18, I think. My way or the highway. My way, yeah. My way or the highway.
Man.
So that's okay. So now this is normal to me, but over the years you have stated that, you know, you don't see yourself as having a reaction channel. You are a reactor, but it's not exactly, you wouldn't define your channel as a reaction channel. Now that's normal to me. That makes sense for me. I've stated the same thing, but for others, I think for the layman, they get a little confused about this because the majority of your channel has a lot of reaction videos. That being said, how would you, Tyrone Magnus, describe the Tyrone Magnus channel instead?
Well, I'll tell you how I tell people, like when I meet people, new people in my life, and they, you know, you have that conversation. Oh, well, what do you do? And I will say, well, I'm a YouTuber. You know, on my channel, I'm mainly known for reactions. That's what boosted my popularity.
Right.
That's what put me into stardom and everything else. But I also do gaming. I do Q&A questions, dating and stuff like that questions. I do vlogs, you know what I mean? I do unboxings. I do workout videos when I had a camera person. So basically, my channel's kind of like a look into my life, because I'll make videos about anything. But I said, yeah, but you know, I always tell people I'm mainly known for reaction videos.
Right.
I state that up front.
Absolutely,
so,
yes.
While I'm a YouTuber, yes, I am a reactor, but I'm a YouTuber that does reactions. I think if you're going to be and because I don't think there's anything wrong with reactions, but what I'm saying is there are channels that are specifically only reaction.
Correct. They started.
That's a reaction channel.
Okay.
Just like I have a separate gaming channel. I'm just a gamer on that channel. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, my main channel is a one-stop shop, basically.
So would you say, now my question would be, would you say things would have been different if your channel had started as just doing reactions? I know it got big because of Man of Steel, Star Wars, things like that, and people came to you because of those reactions, or a good amount of people, because you were already somewhat known of eating ass videos. I mean, you weren't eating ass. You were talking about your experiences like that. You were doing commentary. You were answering questions. You were doing Magnus Answers way before you were doing reactions and such. So you were fairly well known. Would you say things would have been different if your channel had started with just reactions?
Probably.
I see.
Who knows? It may have blown up a lot sooner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Because that apparently is what people like the most about me. They just like my candid response and who I am on camera. And I'm excited, you know? So, yeah, I believe so. Probably would be different, you know?
What would you say then, to this point, at this moment, what would you say is the hardest part about running your channel right now?
Keeping up.
Yeah.
You know, not keeping it up. Keeping up with the reactions, because I kind of refer to something that Tyrone Long Dick Style said to me when I was talking to him. Yeah, you know, I'm Tyrone, and you know that guy.
Long Dick Style.
He was on my channel, and you know, that was a great collaboration, by the way.
Yeah, it was one of your best.
Yeah, I got 9,000 extra subscribers from him that day.
Damn.
That day, I was like, that showed just how popular he was.
Yeah.
And he, you know, he said to me, he said, as soon as I upload a new skit, they're asking for more. It's like I can never please them.
Yeah.
And he says, I had to learn to just stop looking at the comments and just put everything I had into my next one and not rush them out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that was his whole thing. He always wanted to make sure that he was putting all he had into his videos, just making the quality, you know, because with so many requests that we get, it's overwhelming.
It is.
The
like the post office.
Which ones you want? Yeah, it's like you have to pick which ones you want to do.
Yeah.
So, and it's always been important to me to do the videos that I want to do. Not just the ones that everyone requests, but I want to have fun doing what I do. I don't want to be a slave to requests.
Okay.
I want everyone to enjoy what I'm doing, including myself. You know what I'm saying? So keeping up with the reaction requests,
it's the hardest thing, right?
Yeah, that's the hardest part. Other than that, you know.
Okay, well, that being said, do you feel like there's ever a time where you wanted to do something more? You wanted to keep putting the variety, because I have this problem weekly. You wanted to put a variety of something on your channel, but you needed to sort of handle this request, this reaction request, because it's time sensitive. Yeah,
it happens. Like some days I'll be like, all right, you know, like I'll kind of have set in my mind, I'm like, all right, yesterday I got a couple of emails for this thing and that thing. I'm like, okay, I'm definitely going to cover them tomorrow. I'm going to do this Magnus Answers. And all of a sudden the next day, Thor Ragnarok's out. And this and that's out. And it's like, well, even in my own head, I'm like, these are a priority. I got to do these. Thor is out and this is out. Now I got to do it now. You know what I mean? So, but yes, totally. Certain things take priority.
And I think that's where sometimes people get the disillusion that we're like pure reaction channels, because we're so in-depth to handling those requests. It's fun for you, it's fun for me to do Thor Ragnarok, to do Star Wars, but at the same time I'm kind of annoyed because there was something else I wanted to do a little more interesting personally for me. Well, moving on, atrocities. Let's just talk about in the lifetime of your channel. Has there been any sort of atrocities or challenges that have really made you sort of stop and think and be like, did you ever want to take a break from building your channel? Did you ever want to just quit your channel altogether?
No, never wanted to quit. Never wanted to stop making videos, anything like that. Any negativity I've experienced on YouTube, I've grown from, you know, I've learned from, and, you know, if there was nothing I was going to learn or grow from, I just ignored it, you know. But no, man, it's kind of interesting because it's kind of like we're smaller time celebrities in our own right on YouTube.
Yes, yes.
And it's like you're getting a peek into A-list, you know, in a way. You know, it's like,
I know exactly,
think about it.
No,
think
I know
about
exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, because think about it. Some of the crap that we run into on YouTube, it's like, if we were A-list actors, man, and entertainers, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. It'd be all over the news, all over people, man. But it'd just be like, all right, now I got to sue this tabloid for lying. I got to sue this tabloid for this bullshit. And this person for defamation of character. You know, it's, you know, so I'm glad I'm running into this stupid bullshit now.
True.
Rather than later.
True.
When I, you know, would have to deal with maybe, you know, I mean, because the fans out there that big stars have the million, like not just 1 million, no, like 20, 30, 50, 100 million people out there, or maybe even billions.
To be fair, between you and me, I honestly wish we could sue people for defamation of character on YouTube, because it takes years and years for that to go away, and I'd rather not deal with that. But on top of that, speaking of which, do you get recognized? Your person, like you just mentioned, the whole peek into the A-list character, being an A-list celebrity. When I went back to LA for just a few days, I was getting stopped every day. I was getting body searched at LAX, and the guy stops and he's like, "Akasan? What are you doing in LA?" Like that. I was taking my luggage out and some dude just stopped his car right in front of my car at the LAX baggage terminal. He was like, and they don't always know my name, but they point at me and they're like, "YouTube, right?" Like they just identify me as YouTube. Does that happen with you over in your area? A lot, then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
it's not like it's not every day.
Okay.
It's not even every single week.
Oh, really?
But it happens enough to where, you know, I expect it. So a lot of times when I go to the mall, I expect it. I'm like,
right,
someone's going to see me and know it. And it does. It happens.
Yeah.
It just happened. Was the last Saturday, I was in the mall and I was going through Macy's through the shoe section.
Macy's.
And,
sorry.
I was in the men's section. I was walking around. I used to work there, so anyway, I was walking past the shoe section. All of a sudden, this dude comes running out. Oh my god, yo! He starts smacking my head like, yo, giving me all these high fives, and I'm like, you know, I'm calm and everything. I'm grinning and everything.
Right.
And he was a shoe salesman there. His mom actually happened to be shopping. And she was like, "Why can I hear my son all the way up there in Macy's?" And he's like, "Oh, Mom, he's a big YouTuber. Oh, God, can we take a picture?" He was the most excited
grown man
I've ever met.
Grown man.
Ever. He lost it.
Have you been able to adjust to was it difficult in the beginning when people ran into you? Have you been able to adjust to it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been able to adjust to it. It doesn't bother me. It's nice, you know, to know that you can bring that type of entertainment and joy to somebody.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's pretty cool. You know what I mean? I haven't had an issue whatsoever.
Your personal life, I'm just kind of curious. In like, you once put out a video a long time ago that you wanted your privacy respected in terms of your relationships with people and things like this. Has your personal life ever been in some sort of danger, or has had to change, or have you had to break up, have you had to, in relationships in your personal life, or friendships, your personal friendships, because of your YouTube life. And what I mean is that sometimes you're supposed to, like, sometimes I'm supposed to go out on a date, but because of the time difference, Civil War trailer dropped. I had to cancel my date to do the reaction to Civil War. But my date kind of understood that's money and that's, it's important to me. But there's other times I've had to break up with women because of YouTube. Has that ever happened with you?
Really?
Oh yeah.
No, I've never had to break up with anyone over YouTube. There was one person I was seeing, and they had a hard time adjusting to how much time I actually spent on my career with YouTube.
Yes,
and,
yes.
They eventually made changes, but there were certain, sometimes we would butt heads about what I made videos about. Because I'm very open.
Right.
While I'm very open, you can pretty much ask me anything. They weren't. So, but that's it, and there's no way I would, I'm not changing what I do on YouTube.
Okay.
For nobody.
Do you see yourself, if the time ever comes, do you see another Miss Magnus or Magnus Kids being part of your channel?
I don't think that would be too bad. I know a YouTuber who stopped doing YouTube because they were starting a family.
Right, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought. To me, it doesn't bother me. To show my. I don't know. I mean, put it this way. I'll tell you this. Nothing against them, but to me, when the time comes, I'll make the decision. Okay. You know what I mean? My kids are going to be on film. Okay. But maybe not. Maybe I want to keep them hidden. Okay. It depends on, this is an evolution. And as I'm evolving as an entertainer, I will figure things out as I go.
Between you, me, and the fence post, as my grandfather used to say, every time you make a WWE reference, I hear theme music in my head. But that's just... I was about to get into my Triple H. But Tyrone Magnus, is there any misrepresentations that you feel the people have about Tyrone Magnus versus what you feel you really are?
Any misrepresentation?
Right. Like, for example, some people tend to see Akasan, like the person that sometimes gets portrayed on YouTube by other YouTubers or by the people are, always sleepy or whatever the case may be. But obviously that's not true. It's a big difference with time zones. So if I'm waking up and recording at 6 a.m. in the morning, I am going to look sleepy.
Right.
That being said, over the last couple of years, there has been a reputation Tyrone Magnus has on YouTube. Do you feel that that is correct? Or do you sometimes get misinterpreted or misjudged sometimes?
Well, my whole thing is this. I mean, like, as far as my reputation goes, from what I understand, is very good.
Okay.
You know what I mean? While there's been negativity, it's really been small, you know what I mean, compared to as many people that follow me and like me, and in spite of the negativity, write me and like, yeah, it's a bunch of BS. We ain't worried about that shit. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
The only thing I would say is I think as an entertainer, showing a specific side of yourself, like, real quick, in the beginning, I noticed people would write me, and I don't get these letters that much anymore, but I would notice they'd be like, yo, I love your reactions. But holy shit, those Magnus answers, I didn't know you were that smart. They would say that all the time. Because they think I'm just a laughing machine. A laughing, joke-telling machine.
100%.
They don't Right.
Yeah.
So they see a different part of my personality. Right. So the whole thing is, if anyone watching this interview, you have to know that any entertainer out there, you're only seeing a specific side of them in that light.
Yes.
You don't really know them. You know a side to them, but you don't really know them. So people take that small part that they know and may pass judgment.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's what, like, I've been called stupid, like, on, my comment section for reactions. Oh, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Right.
Actually, I'm not. I got pretty high IQ too, you know? Like, but they don't know that because they see me just enjoying myself and laughing.
Right.
So they're those stuck up asses. It's mindless entertainment. Ha 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 ha. You know, it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Get the stick out of your ass because I'm having fun. So that's what I would just say. You know, anyone just, you don't really know us.
I agree.
But you know that side.
And
it's not a complete YouTube is not a complete representation of that personality.
Right.
Always remember that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I would say anybody that's willing to talk shit probably hasn't watched all your shit. Basically, that's the biggest problem. It's like they don't they don't see everything, and I would have to reaffirm the fact that some of your best videos, the videos I've always enjoyed the most, are generally the non-reaction ones where you're just speaking from the heart and just talking about that. And I would love to see more of that too. Fan interaction. Do you feel that you're doing enough to connect with the fan base that you have right now, or is there something that you would like to change going into 1 million subscribers?
I don't know. You know, I mean, I answer as many comments as I can from time to time. As many emails as I can. You know, the emails that come in, like, most people would think, oh, well, if he doesn't do a video about it, he doesn't answer them. No, I actually answer people's emails. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I answer emails, I answer comments. And in between, you know, the rest of my life, I mean, I do what I can do. You know, it's just...
You're going to need some space,
Yeah. Big stars, they have teams of people writing their letters for them to you, and you think it's them, and it's not really them, you know?
Yeah.
Some big stars actually do really answer their own stuff, but that's what it's like for us. I mean, you know, when we're doing videos, and we gotta remember, we have lives just like you.
Absolutely.
So, you know, we have parents and girlfriends and friends and events to go. We have a regular life on top of the hours we spend doing videos.
That being said, I do what I can. That being said, would you feel like there's something you'd like the fan base to start to realize? And is there something, because YouTube, you and I both started YouTube when it was just more of a communication, a community type based type of deal. You were doing water fasting, health videos, profile videos, and I was doing J-vlogging and things like that. But over the years, things have changed, and I have noticed, especially within the reaction world, things have become a little more cynical, as you can't just enjoy a video nowadays without getting cynical comments. Do you feel that, is there something you'd like the fan base to be more aware of, and what would you like to see improved upon with the fan base and people viewing YouTube? Has that ever occurred to you? Something more positive, or something, any sort of difference you'd like to see? Just even for YouTube in general.
I will say this, you know, there's something for everyone.
Okay.
And, you know, I often bring up gaming. Like when gaming was first introduced, gamers would get attacked.
Yeah.
You know, all you do is play video games. It's so stupid.
Yep.
You really would sit and watch a guy play video games and PewDiePie, 8 mil a year, the biggest YouTuber of them all. Yes. And all the naysayers are now eating their words. So my whole thing is this. Just because it's not entertainment to you doesn't mean it's not entertainment for someone else. There are thousands of TV channels out there. You don't watch them all. You only watch the ones that entertain you. And that's what it is. Okay. So leave the people alone. Let them have their fun. If someone wants to watch someone eat a bowl of cereal for 1 million subscribers, let them watch them.
Got it.
And don't be jealous and angry if you're a YouTuber because you didn't get $1 million subscribers to eat a bowl of cereal. He thought of it. He did it, and it worked. Okay?
Okay.
You know, just stay true to yourself and your channel. And to the subscribers, stay in your lane. Like what you like, watch what you want to watch, and don't go ridicule other people for making a video dancing or petting their dog or something, whatever it is. You know, just because you don't like it, like let them live. Well, if it were you, how would you want to be treated?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Would you say because I know it's very difficult sometimes for you to critique things that are going on, things that are going on recently with YouTube, but you know, child abuse on YouTube, or for example, reacting to the 75-year-old man that just got shot during Easter or so. Do you feel like there's limitations to where some people are taking YouTube?
Yeah, you know, in my personal view, yeah, you know, I mean, it's different to do a news story on something, but to do a reaction to it, almost to me, in my opinion, almost makes light of the situation.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they may not see it that way. I didn't know people were doing reaction videos to the man getting shot.
Yeah.
To see that just in the title, you know, 70-year-old man gets shot by whatever his name was,
right.
Reaction. Like, to me, it's, you know,
it's a little too much, right?
I just, yeah, you know, so, yeah, there's certain things I stay away from. I tend to stay, you know, I used to do negative stuff in the beginning, like when the guy got choked out and killed
yes.
And yeah, I did a Wild World News to that where I watched it and then I gave my commentary. But you know, I don't like them, man. Like, if people are dying, people are getting really hurt. I'm not talking about, you know, some thug fight, some guy gets knocked out. I'm not talking about that. But when people are
those are
dying,
pretty funny. But yeah,
these are, you know, massacres or beheadings,
yes.
You know, stuff. I'm not watching that.
Yeah.
I don't want to help feed that. You know,
I think that'd be the best way to go about it.